Fnatic, of course, going 0-2, like we just said, against Liquid. So
Elimination.
exactly.
You got to say it with vigor.
Elimination. That just sounds weird.
You sounded like a demon. you sounded like Doom mixed with Bat Rider, and I don't.
I was gonna say a really, really bad Batman. Like a really poor rendition.
Elimination.
You're discount Batman. That's great.
Swear to me.
The question is, will Navi ban Bristleback? Do they fear
No,
the bristle?
honestly, I'm not sure Bristle is worth fearing. You just pick up a Silver Edge. He's very manageable. He messes up once, dies in the mid game. He's pretty manageable. I have not been impressed by the Bristle as of yet. Also interesting to see the Bounty Hunter. Third ban here from Fnatic. Little respect against NaVi.
Yeah, that's a good hero.
You
Yeah,
guys remember
something-
Bristleback was one of the cheapest heroes in Midas mode. Maybe
It
it's very
was.
telling of how strong he is.
Yes.
Wow,
Great point.
Clinks I think was the cheapest, so expect that hero to definitely come out this time around.
Okay.
Maybe someday
And
we'll see
also
Clinks.
keep in mind there's no Pangolier or Dark Willow, guys.
Yeah, we
I've
talked
been
about
so
that
used to watching
too.
these heroes played.
It's so
Crazy.
weird because we've seen so much of them in the past like 2 weeks with this Midas Mode and Captain's Draft. So it's really strange.
Well, guys, this is DreamLeague. By the way, I just wanted to say I have been so impressed by Navi's support duo. Snako and Roger are gods. They're actually so good.
They're Onage. They are definitely an Onage support duo. And Navi didn't have Roger, I think, when they were playing in the Grand Finals of Midas Mode.
Yeah.
So that
Right
is
there, Chew.
something to consider.
By the way, I had to verify it was not the Chew I was thinking of. I'm sure everybody figured that out except
Yeah,
for me, but
You have dreams.
I always wondered how he would communicate. It never really crossed my mind that he is not
It's the
even
chat
close
wheel.
to Ukrainian. True.
Destroy the barracks, then get back.
Like, wow, they couldn't find a different stand-in than a United States-based Chew that played Han in League of Legends. Like, huh.
I think you were the only one that was serious about it. I think everybody else was like, that's not the real
That's
Chew.
thing. That's the beauty of my persona, Mott, is I can make things up and people will think I'm kidding, when in fact I am not. I actually thought that was Chew.
Well,
Flash hope.
I thought there was a 17% chance it could be Chew.
17,
oddly specific
wowee.
number.
Fucking bash
Spirit
percent,
Breakers
boys.
ain't gonna
Hell
be in
yeah.
this game or something. I don't know what's going
Spirit
on.
Breaker is the lord of my life. They have the Lord of Light in Game of Thrones. I follow the cow, baby. Space cow.
Relore, as it's called.
Hey, man. Whoa.
Whoa.
I was watching some Dream League before I took my 2-hour nap, and Undying was the first pick in the Navi versus VP series,
Yeah.
game 1.
I think Roger played it in that particular game.
I think they lost that
They
game.
lost because they had got brooded, as it were.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Second pick Brood. Yeah.
What a hero. I suppose
Very
I should
strange.
unmute Dota 2 the game.
Dota 2, the game.
Brax, is there any chance that Wyvern is not a support?
I think it's highly unlikely that it would be anything other than a support when it's picked so early. Usually you pick it when you're like,
10 seconds.
it can really destroy the lane or it's going to be like a super good game for it. But when you pick it so early like this, it's usually support.
Don't you think it could be used as a flex pick, though? As a little fake out. First pick Wyvern, they think it's support, but end up building it into an offlane ice god.
So the thing about that is then you're setting your draft up for like a late pick 5 position hero. And those are typically not the heroes that destroy games.
10 seconds.
Those are your stable heroes.
I don't know.
So,
I think a 5th pick Rubik is great, Brax. That's game winning.
Yeah, sometimes it is. But that's like 1 in 100 games.
All right, we got it.
1%
1 out of 100.
chance.
I think
Easy.
it's happening.
All right.
Oh, they picked all 4 supports.
So, yep. And Deuce is banned, which is the Fnatic hero they've been playing a lot. Bristleback is still available, but like we talked about, you probably don't ban that if you're Navi. Probably just deal with it in a different way.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know.
Yeah, you never know. Maybe it's something they've been practicing with a lot.
Oh,
Maybe they'll bust out the old Bat Rider band, then play some Bristleback.
that'd be hype.
The Deuce of
Can't
bands.
wait for this Bristleback. Everyone seems really excited about Envy picking Bristleback.
It's probably one of the most boring heroes in the game. You can see what's going to happen before it even happens. They're going to go on this guy, they can't kill him, and he's going to press Quill Spray 10 times.
Do you think Silver Edge is too good against him? Needs to be something changed.
No, I
potentially?
think it's fine.
Really.
Yeah.
You can't take it off at all, right? BKB
I
does
know.
not take it off. Lotus Orb.
I mean, he
It's
usually
literally-
builds tanky anyway, and I don't know. I'm sure it's not an issue.
If the bristleback is snowballing already and he gets hit by Silver Edge, usually he doesn't die.
So he's more reliant on snowballing than previously, right?
Well, he's always been the snowball kind of hero. If he's not snowballing, he's quite useless. He won't be able to tank anything. He won't deal enough damage.
Well, what about the Aghanims there, Brax? Does that make Bristleback do anything?
Oh
No.
yeah.
No?
Oh yeah.
Definitely not.
Where's that on your rankings, Suns fan?
10 seconds
It's pretty
remaining.
bad.
Number
No,
zero.
It's okay. No, it's not number 0. Come on now.
Oh.
All right, what's
Sniper's
the worst?
easily
then?
the worst. Easily the
Which
worst.
one is?
Sniper.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that's dude.
You buy
Snipers is
blade mail.
legit.
He spends the entire game farming all these items, and then you buy one blade mail, and he dies. Literally just one blade mail.
Or I guess
Well,
it's
neither.
different if he gets pooled in Aghanims, so it doesn't take him an item slot, right? Then it doesn't look so bad.
No, then it's probably okay.
Isn't that the case for every single hero?
Yeah,
Not
No,
very.
well, I mean, if I get it for free, I'll take
I
it.
really want the build up of Aghanim
Bristol-
Scepter.
Bristol's Ag's okay in some games, I think. I think
It's
the only
actually
thing
not
is,
that bad.
the one thing that is negative about it is that you can't pop Lincolns anymore, which is kind of an issue in some games. But
Oh, no.
That's
we've
true.
seen, who is it? Moo's the one that usually builds Ags on that hero,
Radiant team pick.
and he made it look pretty good. Oh, Earthshaker.
Hmm.
You know, this might be the flex pick you're talking about, the offlane Winter Wyvern or Shaker. We don't know.
Eh, well, I appreciate you humoring me, Brax, but I think we all know where this Earthshaker's going.
10
Is that
seconds
That's right.
remaining.
Yes, that is off. point.
Yeah.
Oh,
It wasn't
okay.
clear already.
Remaining.
Just wanted to clarify. All right, cool.
That's all good.
Hmm. These are the picks that are interesting. Although the Viper pick is pretty cool for Navi, but it also Viper's good because I mean, if you wanted to pick Bristleback, it's like having break really early, so you don't have to build into a Silver Edge and you just destroy
Oh,
the
it's true.
Yeah.
column.
What's the dream in terms of Bloodlust? You know, like what is Fnatic really hoping for to pair with this ogre? Get all pumped up.
It's Wyvern, dude. That's their combo.
Oh,
Ah.
Mask
So
of
good.
Madness, Bloodlust.
I think they wanted Medusa,
Yes.
Yeah,
Medusa,
Medusa would have been
okay.
quite nice.
but she's been banned.
I always forget about the break on Viper's Nether Toxin.
Yeah.
I got your back, dude. Don't worry.
It feels like there aren't a whole lot of heroes it affects, but it does ruin some heroes, right? Like Phantom Assassin, Bristleback, pretty good.
Dude. You have to, if you're PA or any of those heroes, really, you have to deal not only with break, with the Viper strike on you, and you're slow to
It's, like,
literally
hard
a
to get out
crawl.
of it.
You can't even you can't move around. You're pretty much dead before the fight begins. It's, Viper's pretty good against some of those heroes, but I
I
don't know.
heard Mott's a real Viper player.
Not really.
Viper
Real Viper
enthusiast.
player. I play the hero. Doesn't mean I'm good at it.
Oh, you play it. I've seen it.
I don't know. I
Many
actually
times.
preferred the old Viper, even though Nether Toxin's still insane right now. I preferred laning with the old Viper because you get a lane advantage and then you just destroy that lane, and it's
Mhm.
great. Which you
Now
can
you
do
have to be
still now, but
good at the game, right?
right, exactly.
10 seconds remaining.
That's the issue.
That's
5
the issue.
seconds remaining.
100%.
Pugna pick. Huh. That's actually a little interesting. It doesn't really hard
Radiant
counter
team
anybody as of
back.
yet for Fnatic.
Oh,
Hey,
there he is.
We talked about the
Nice
Ags,
sniper.
guys. Are we gonna? See
This is it. This
Well,
is a sniper game.
definitely someone that likes Bloodlust, but I really like the Pugna pick.
It also works with Undying.
Yep, works with Undying. A lot of
10
sustainability
seconds
with that
remaining.
Undying and Witch Doctor together. Plus now you have Decrep to kind of reset
5
things a little bit.
seconds remaining.
You've got Life Drain on top of that. It just gives NaVi this really nasty potential 5-man, right? These 4 heroes have massive team fight with huge sustainability. I really like
Yep.
it. I think they need a gap closer to maybe jump on this sniper, but
This lineup screams 5-man.
yeah. And hey, Earthshaker, he likes a little bit of 5-man
It's true.
every 3 minutes.
Same thing with Wyvern.
Remaining.
Yeah,
So
they're
is,
kind of relying on these big ults.
is this a safe lane Pugna then for General? I know he's yeah, General plays it usually for Navi, right? He played it last time in Lens mode.
I think
that's
it's going to be offlane with
Yeah.
Undying rotating in and out.
Yeah. That's what I meant. Thanks, Brax.
You're welcome. I got you. You said general. I know what you're talking about.
You got me. Yeah. See, I talk about nether toxin break. You talk about the right lanes. It's
What a
great.
combo.
Yeah. Thanks.
I'll be
Alright.
casting with Brax though,
Oh,
so the combo will not be real, unfortunately. Sorry, Mont.
you know what? I'll forgive you. How's that sound? Because I have a glorious mustache and you don't.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
You know, every time I work on my mustache, it gets to a certain length, and then it just feels awful on my face.
You know, I think
I
you could
have
actually
that
grow
feeling.
a handlebar mustache, Brax, and you should.
Ooh, that'd be cool,
A
I'm gonna
handlebar
highly
mustache.
That'd be
not
hype.
recommend that.
Wow.
dude. I
You
know
could
what you're
look
talking
like
about, Brax,
Purge,
though.
Brax. Don't you want that in your life?
You know, Purge is a handsome man. I wouldn't mind that.
10
Yeah,
seconds
Lord.
remaining.
All right, so what's gonna be last, guys? Uh-oh, here it is. Gyrocopter. Okay,
I like this.
Ooh.
you got the cousins, Gyrocopter and Sniper on the same team.
Is there any lore there? I guess Slacks would know.
Slacks would know.
They're both old men.
Gyrocopter
They
is
both look
actually his
homeless?
identical twin, except instead of taking up the gun at a young age, he fell in love with the machinery.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I've been there.
5
Now I
Believe me.
want to know the lore of these two people. What if they are related?
They are. Look at them.
I mean, they both look
Wait,
like
what
homeless
was-
men. Yes.
Was it Pugna's slave in lore was Viper? Is that what the question
It
was?
was,
Oh, that's right.
Wasn't
Yep.
it Lifestealer?
No, it was.
No, it wasn't
it's
Life
his
Stealer.
pet,
Viper?
Viper. Yeah.
And his
Oh,
pet.
maybe we can hear the lore when we get in game. That would be
They
nice.
probably
That
don't
would
have
be
anything.
nice. Gyrocopter. Well, a lot of, I mean, I feel like Fnatic are kind of equipped for this 5-man. You know, they have a lot of tools, a lot of good AoE, and now the
Maybe not.
cherry on top. A crystallized faceless void. Don't
That's
worry,
a pretty
guys.
good hero.
Yep.
I
Well,
was wondering what they would pick last, but that looks very good.
I'm digging this NaVi draft, boys. I think that void last pick is pretty darn good.
Yeah, I agree.
That was the
I have
control
a
they
hard time
needed.
not picking Navi no matter what. Though.
Yeah, that's
the
fair.
issue, right?
Fnatic have options, though. Between Wyvern, Earthshaker, Gyrocopter, some Shrapnels. Arse load of AoE, mon.
Arse load.
Arse.
Yeah, Fnatic has good, like these kind of frontliners. Like if anybody catches up to Sniper, as long as
10
Wyvern is
seconds
outside of
remaining.
it, he should be okay. But Navi does have like a run at you
5
type
seconds
lineup
remaining.
for
I
sure.
I think if Fnatic can survive the early game and not get smashed in lanes and not lose all their tier 1s by like 10 minutes, I think they'll win. I think their lineup is really good at fighting what Navi have, but it's also super easy for Navi just to get the ball rolling and roll from tower to tower.
From tower to tower, indeed. One nasty-looking Viper.
Yeah, dude. Dandy Viper.
Suns fan and Brax, if you would check Discord before we load into the game, that would be fabulous.
Oh, great.
Much.
Let's see.
Not sure exactly what we're waiting on at the moment, but here we go. We're loading in. Oh, God. Best of 3 elimination here, folks. I'm excited. This is where it really heats up, Mott. This is where the boys are separated from men.
It sure is.
They started a whole band about that.
really would. Okay.
Boys to men.
Oh, I see.
Themed bands were a thing in the 90s. Remember the Spice Girls?
Prepare
I do.
for battle.
Good times.
Okay, so
oh,
it
this
will
is
be...
so nice having my own someone else doing camera. Thank you,
You're
Mon. You're the
welcome.
best.
You're mahalo. So, yeah, it's Suns fan
I'm
and
actually
Brax.
so sick of you saying that.
It makes me laugh every time.
Mahalo.
Mahalo.
All right, sorry. Was that our?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
segue
you.
there?
That's it.
I segued ourselves. I'm so sorry, Zaire. I took over your job temporarily. I do apologize. Suns fan here with the Braximus, the Maximus. How's it going, buddy? I know we haven't talked
Pretty good.
much.
You know, it's been a while, but should have a good game.
You talked about how you said Fnatic. You like their lineup for the first 15 minutes. Is that what you were saying?
Oh no, I was saying I like their lineup if they can survive the first 15 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
They have they got some good tools at dealing with 5-man for sure. But you know, Dota always comes down to execution, right?
Indeed. I'm not really used to seeing. We saw Dendy play a bit of Viper in Midas mode, but Not the player I would associate with that hero, but since he's been changed, a little bit more skill based, one could say.
Wait, are you implying that he was not very skill based before?
The Viper, yes, that's what I'm saying. Not Dendi,
I actually think
Viper.
this hero takes a lot of skill to play.
Is it mostly I can't tell if you're being sarcastic, by the way.
No,
but
no, I'm
guessing
being
it's mostly positioning based stuff, right?
like he's a hero that's good in lane, but the transition from like after lane phase to farming well and everything is super difficult for a lot of players to manage.
Yeah,
And it's
I
just
guess
because
that's
he's so clunky, so slow. Doesn't
Yeah,
farm very
unfortunately,
well. So, yeah.
Dendi, he ended up going for the bounty rune, so could not block his wave, and as a result, it is on the side of Fnatic right now. Definitely not what you want to see, but he's going to have some help. This is actually pretty cancerous lane. We have Roger and Dendi together, Undying and Viper.
It's the green gamers.
Yeah, against the melee. Pylite is pretty tanky, but I don't think it's going to be tanky enough. Gets Rest down to 170 HP, forced to salve out already.
Yep, Ogre doesn't stand a chance against the Undying.
Bottom lane in the meantime. Ohio playing Earthshaker is going to solo this up for now against the Witch Doctor and Void. Which lane would you expect it to be first blood? Perhaps top, as General gets quite low, but we'll fight off the NV DJ combo for now.
I'd say it's going to be top. He's just going to get missile spam forever with Arctic Burn until he gets too low to lane. And then if he keeps trying to lane, he'll probably die.
Okay. We'll see if you're correct. I'm going to say it's bottom, just because I want to be different right now.
Okay, so you think Crystallize is going to get solo killed by Ohio? I'll take you up on that offer.
How dare you twist my words. And DJ getting forced out of lane by General. Look how fast Pug, 355 move speed. That is insane. Has a windlace.
Yeah.
No boost yet, though. As we were both wrong, it is first blood in the middle. As Roger takes out Pylite Die. Undying. And very strong in the laning stage, as we've seen many a time.
Yep, and this is why we've been seeing a lot more Undying picks come into play. This hero is an early game monster.
And you can see the Ignite come out, but Roger picks up the haste, and looks like he's having a great time in this early stage of the game. Will be able to get back to the base in quick succession to be able to heal up. As bottom lane, Ohio being forced out again. 12-5 CS versus the top lane 9-4 on Envy. His Gyrocopter. How do you think Gyro fares in this game?
It's a pretty hard Gyro game. As a one position, right? It's got like there's a Chronosphere to deal with, Viper spells, Pugna spells. The Chronosphere is gonna be like the big thing. They have Cold Embrace to save whoever gets focused in Chrono, but at the same time that just lets Pugna life drain them forever. So they're probably not gonna survive that, honestly.
What's the reason for the Gyro pick? Would you say? I mean, the only thing that I can say, I mean, it's very strong early game, I guess, which is nice to have for your carry. Also, as we're going to see some action mid lane, Cass is going to connect. Not going to bounce. They don't need it. The Soul Rip just destroys poor Abed in the mid lane. But back to the Gyrocopter. The only thing I can think of was Flat Cannon with Tombstone. You can get rid of that pretty quickly at the very least.
Yeah, it's good at that for sure. And it's also like when an enemy has a lineup that's built to just run at you and take your towers, you need to be able to fight because you're not going to be able to trade fast enough. So with Gyro, he comes online much faster than other carries, so he'll be able to attempt to fight. Might not be enough still. That's usually what it seems like. It feels like he's picked for that because that's what he has over all the other carries, right? But it never feels like enough when there's just Pugna and Undying that runs at your tower.
Look at Roger. My God, dude. What a god.
Orb of Venom, too.
He is literally taking over this game single-handedly. Roger, he's going to get some help from General right now, but the Rocket Barrage coming out. Roger's in a lot of bit of trouble, as some would say. As he's going to attempt to hide in the trees.
Oh,
is he actually going to juke Envy?
What?
Oh, my Lord.
Look at General.
That was
he's just
pretty crazy
DJ
juke.
too.
Yeah, one Nether Blast will do it if he can find it. DJ, he'll run directly into him. And actually, the right click should suffice as he finally takes him out. As
All right.
Crystallize takes out. I was
too.
right, Brax. All right, I was just a little late.
Okay,
I was a little bit late. It counts though.
We don't round up that high.
It is America.
That's not how it
I'm
works.
pretty sure we round up.
Freedom units, we do round up a lot.
All right. But right now, NaVi looking quite good in the very early stage of the game, and Roger is a big part of the reason why.
I mean,
He's
everywhere
taking
this
over
guy
this
has
game.
gone, he's found some sort of kill or destroy the lane phase.
How do you view Viper in the early stage these days, considering
I actually
Nether
don't
Toxin?
think he's that good in lane anymore.
You don't think he's that good, or just not as good?
He's nowhere near as good, especially in like the farming department. Look at his base damage, 53. It's not high at all.
Right. And it's hard to gauge the actual extra damage coming out from Poison Tech, since Nether Toxin was kind of combined. But they kept the name Nether Toxin for reasons unknown to me. Suneko, he's going to get off the cask. Looks like Abed's Shrapnel will come out, but Pylai Die will drop to the deck. So an easy kill coming out for NaVi. Roger, he finds his way to the courier. Still has Decay. I think he's going to be okay.
He
just runs
fine.
away safely.
He's gone.
And he does not have a TP though, so we'll have to walk the very long way. Dendi level 5 right now, 25-8 in the mid lane versus Abed's 21-1. So relatively even as far as CS is concerned, but of course we've seen some kills come the way of NaVi.
And this gets really bad for Fnatic. Like Faceless Void has level 6, so this Earthshaker is a free kill every time somebody rotates. This mid lane, when Viper hits level 6 too, Ogre can't play anywhere near as aggressive. And then top lane, General is getting levels too. Not looking so hot for Fnatic, obviously, since it's 6-0, 6 minutes in.
Oh, Roger could be in some trouble here. Pops the wand, so we'll survive for now. Ohio continuing to chase, but not really going to find another fissure anytime soon. So, would you say, has every lane been lost to some degree by Fnatic? How disastrous is this as a start?
Every lane has been lost. Even up top, like, Envy's just
top
getting
lane,
ganked.
Yeah, cask into another cask and to the Nether Blast. Looks like the Rocket Barrage comes out doing a lot of damage with the help of DJ. They might be able to find someone, but no. Envy dies first. They will get the trade. And Suneko attempting to get out of dodge here. Has the cask again. It's going to be a pretty good one, but will not be enough to save his actual life. So it's a 2-for-1, but they kill Envy first.
Yeah, very true. You know, at least they get something, right? That's boots money for Ogre.
And
But
general
you
right
know,
now, 395 moves. I can't actually believe how fast this hero is. It's insane.
he's got wheels.
That could be a good cosmetic, actually.
It could. All right, Roger's gonna spot these two up at the shrine. Abed's only level 4 at 7 minutes.
Yeah.
That is we'll put that in the not good category.
Yeah, meanwhile, Dendi, 6.5 right now. And I don't think Roger was spotted. He could probably go for a kill in the mid lane if he really wants. 3 heroes from Fnatic designated to try to keep Envy alive in the top lane for now. Oh, they might find the courier. Oh, it's going to be fortified. Shielded. Not sure what the adjective to use these days is, but whatever it is,
Shield
they will use it.
is fine, since the name
Okay.
is Shield.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Always trying to help you be politically correct.
Is that being politically correct?
I don't know.
Now, DJ is going to get the Arctic burn off, but Suneko is here along with Roger. See if they can potentially find the kill on DJ. He'll traverse to the other side of the trees and be fine for now. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Crystallize looking for a potential kill on Ohio, but I think he's going to need a +1 to actually accomplish that. In fact, he might just go mid. Abed's still level 4. Dendi level 7. Okay, he just hit 5. Still very far behind in this mid lane. Looks like Pylai Die is gonna. He's running away from a couple of NaVi heroes. He's pretty tanky though.
He's making space. He's got a TP
Yeah.
on him.
I don't think they're even gonna bother. Probably just focus more on trying to take out mid. Up. Pylai Die. He's gonna TP out. Maledict applied, but we'll be good to go.
All right, not so bad. But there's still so much pressure that Fnatic have to deal with. Like this Faceless Void is totally free farming up top. Pugna has control of this lane level 6. Just blast it over and over. In our spot, I don't know what they can do, actually. They need something.
It's amazing that Roger has taken over this game, yet he's only level 3.
Yep, down bottom, Crystallize going to Chronosphere Ohio. Actually, might not even need it.
No, he's going to use it. DJ's actually right on the outskirts. He's going to save Ohio for now with the Cold Embrace. Suneko with the cask and the Maledict applied. We'll see if that's enough to actually take him out. But Suneko will be killed at the very least. Crystallize forces the Time Walk. He's taking a lot of damage, though. And with the Ignite, they might be able to take him out. DJ, looks like Ohio will live through this. Has the Fissure as well. Will not find Crystallize with it. But DJ with the last right click. That's a double kill from DJ. Well done with that rotation.
All right, disaster. I guess, you know, slight miscalculation on the side of Navi, but at least Winter Wyvern has all 4 kills. So they've got that going for them. And then meanwhile, Pugnus blasting top since both supports rotated, so... Still, that's exactly what Fnatic need to stay in the game.
So, are you telling me that I'm going to end up being correct and this will be a core Wyvern? One way or the other?
Perhaps. He's making the transition.
I hope so, my friend. I hope so. Crystallized level 9 right now in the bot lane. A little bit of misplay there, but Navi's still working with a 2k lead. Meanwhile, top lane, Decrepify into the decay, and the ult from General. Not enough to actually get the kill, as he's going to take a couple call down procs. But the tower getting quite low.
Is under attack.
But so is General. He'll be forced out. In fact, will TP to base.
Yep, Fnatic are smoking up, looking to make something happen, but they're not going to find anything too useful. A level 4 and die for their 3 or 4 man smoke gank. Probably not the best, but it's something. They got to protect
It's the
their tower.
revenge factor. They need to get something out of this. It'll at least feel good, you know, as Roger's taken out, as Envy gets it with his rocket barrage, and see if they transition this into a potential tier 1 tower. As General, though, will be spotted, but we'll go around the safe side of the tower. Oh, Cask actually comes out. Could be a pretty good bounce. With General's help, they might be able to get this Maledict apply, but no. Not going to be enough to Decrepify, though. Onto DJ, level 5. Roger, okay. Nice fissure from Ohio. Keeping everybody on their respective sides of the river. So
All right.
Crystallize going for a Battle Fury, by the way, on this Void.
Yep, seems fine. He's got all the space in the world to just keep farming. He wants to make sure he plays like a true position 1 instead of buying the Fusel Blade, Chronosphere somewhere and dying.
Yeah, I'm always interested to see the variations in build on Voids, whether it be off lane or carry. His top lane, Tombstone applied. Ohio does have Echo Slam available. He's going to use it. It's not going to do that much damage, but the TP support is coming in the form of Ogre. DJ not taken out by the Nether Blast. In fact, he's going to walk away with a sliver of HP. Roger, ignited. Will soul rip up.
Dire structures.
Fortification. How much? 6 HP on this tower. His General
Oh my God.
will die to the tower itself, surprisingly enough.
No.
Envy dies bottom lane simultaneously, though. Okay, I guess the Chronosphere was used. No Death Ward, though, which is still available.
This game's crazy. You don't know what's going to happen.
Dire's top tower.
You get a really good trade, and then Envy just dies bottom. That's kind of the Envy way, but he'll do the opposite at some point in the game as well, I'm sure.
I mean, it wasn't even that. It was the Pugna dying up top to the tower
Yeah.
hit. Because he walked back in to blast the tower, but he didn't do the maths. And the tower lived with 6 HP.
Yeah, and the Fortify coming out
Unfortunate.
as well. So General looks like he'll be going towards an Aether Lens,
Dire's middle
as
tower
Nether
is
Blast can be
under
applied to the tower in the mid lane. Suneko scouting things out here with an Invis rune.
He'll be
Has
able
a
to kill
cask.
Abed
Oh
here
my
with the
god.
cask.
This could be disgusting.
beautiful.
Here it comes. No Maledict, though. Just the Death Ward. That's enough to kill off Abed. Looks like Pylai might be next. His TP support coming away in the Earthshaker, but Envy with
There's
the
the call
ultimate.
down.
Pick out 2, though. His General taking a lot of damage with the Rocket Barrage. Gets 1 more Nether Blast, but it's not going to be enough to save his life. Dendi looks to be next on the list. Into the homing missile. So a nice turnaround from Fnatic. A 2 for 2, but they do lose Abed early on in that engagement. Who does that benefit?
It's hard to say. But
It's Fnatic. 700 extra gold.
Sure. There we go. Thank you, Fight Recap. That's what. That's why you're here. I'll be right. They kill the sniper. Look at Sniper's net worth in comparison to everyone else. He is
Yeah.
quite far down there. And honestly, this hero, he when he doesn't get off to a good start, he does spend a lot of time catching up. He doesn't farm that fast. Shrapnel's good at clearing waves and everything, but it's not. It doesn't feel good enough a lot of the time.
He's a high ground god, but you never want to rely
That's
on
true.
that necessarily.
It's a sad day when your hero's peak is at the high ground,
Yeah,
like
true.
Arc Warden.
Oh, let's not speak of that disgusting hero. We've talked about it so many times, and I just get tilted thinking about why that hero is in the game in general.
All right, Crystallize smoked up. He has Chronosphere with an Arcane Rune, looking to make something happen.
Yeah, they could potentially find a kill here. For sure, as the Bloodlust is on the tier 1 tower for now. Dendi still has Viper Strike to work with. Will take an Ignite for his troubles.
Dire's middle tower is under
We'll see if Fnatic wants to actually defend this or not. They doesn't seem like they want to, as they have an idea that the majority of NaVi is in the area. But Ohio pushing out the bottom lane in the meantime. He's pretty close to a Blink Dagger.
Yeah, very true.
Pretty close.
Blink daggers, that's what they need to be able to fight Navi.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Now we're going to have the Fire Blast to start from Pylai. He's just going to run away, creating more space for Fnatic. Oh, the 4-step comes into play as Dendi gets the Viper Strike off. And Pylai, you are super dead, my friend, as the last hit goes the way of Seneko, actually.
Yep, but it's all space for Ohio to farm his Blink Dagger. Only 200 gold away. The thing is, there are a lot of things to cancel out this Echo Slam, right? There's Tombstone zombies flying around, Viper's a tanky hero that can sit in the front lines and doesn't have to be grouped. Pugna's always going to be like just casually blasting the tower. I guess maybe the first reveal of it, right, could be big. They could potentially use that to win them a team fight.
And the fortification is now popped by Fnatic. Fissure comes out, but
Dire's middle tower
eventually
has fallen.
Navi does get that tier 1 mid. Of course, Abed in the meantime has been trying to catch up in the
Radiant's
top lane as a
tower
result.
is under attack.
Getting somewhat close to the Dragon Lance. So that's at least something. At what point does Sniper become this hero that Navi actually care about?
Maybe in like 35 minutes. At this
Oh,
rate.
so it's not an item. It's a timing.
It's
I
it's
see.
multiple items.
So
That's the
Dragon
issue.
Lance, Maelstrom +1. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe more. Mask of Madness.
Maybe
too.
more. Oh,
Oh,
Chronosphere
Chronosphere
comes out. It's more of a
wins.
zoning one, though. Pylai taking a lot of damage
The
to the Death Ward with the
Zonosphere.
Maledict. Crystallize. Time lapse is hey, it worked. They got to kill. Rax. All right, let's
That
not
is true.
judge.
No, you're right. End result is ability used, kill gotten.
Didn't look pretty, but they got it at the end of the day.
Yep.
Dendi level 12 on this Viper. We've seen some varying builds from Viper players since this change has been made, not only to Nether Toxin, but the talents as well. It almost feels like an Ember Spirit to some degree, whether you go to 8% lifesteal or 20 attack speed.
Yeah, we've seen some Veil builds.
Yeah, exactly. The Veil has been pretty popular. There's the bottom lane. Ohio's in a lot of trouble. Pylai dies here for support. Ohio still has Echo Slam to use. Will he try to get it off? No. Crystallize takes him out with that time lock.
Is under attack.
What level is the
Oh,
Echo Slam?
man.
Level 2. Would have been okay. Of course,
I actually think it. Oh, whatever. He didn't use the Echo. It's one of those things where, like, sure, maybe you Echo and kill Void. He's a huge value kill, top of the network and everything, which is good, but then you just get pushed. It's like the enemy team is waiting for you to just use these cooldowns to take some sort of engagement. But
so what you're saying is you shouldn't use your spells. This
no, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that there
Dire's middle
are
tower
consequences for using your abilities,
Yeah.
and so you have to make them count.
Yep, that's a good point. That is definitely a good point. What do you think of the new Echo Slam, by the way? I say new, but you know what I mean.
Oh Jesus, I actually forgot about it.
You forgot if that skill was in the game.
No, I
Gracious.
mean the change.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of weird. You're
It
not
is
going to get
very
these
weird.
solo kills. It looks like Pylai is dead. That's going to be an easy one. Envy has Mask of Madness with the Invis Rune. He's actually going to get the
He's
call
in.
down off. Homing Missile is here as well. But none of those skills will really do much, as Roger's just going to taunt his way to victory, it seems. 6K lead for Navi at 18 minutes. We kind of expected
Yep.
them to take off in the early game. Is this about the level you were thinking, or are they more ahead than you originally
Up
thought?
top, Ohio's gonna Echo General. He's already dead.
Yep,
You can
he's
still
super
solo
dead.
kill.
That's true. Oh, Crystallize gets off the Chronosphere. Is going to hit on one. Doesn't look like DJ's... Oh, he actually was in range for that Cold Embrace. Very surprising, but it's not going to be enough to save Envy at the end of the day. It's a 2-for-1. As Crystallize, again, not afraid of anything right now. Has the Battle Fury. Just got the Shadow Blade delivered to him. It's a Fire Blast now on Roger. Into the Fissure. They actually might be able to get this kill. And Abed takes that for himself, which is super important for Fnatic. But again, they keep losing these cores. Envy died, I believe, first in that engagement.
Yep. Died in the Chronosphere. You were asking me something important, and I forgot it, so it must not have been that important.
I'm sure I'll not remember it because it wasn't important, like you said. It's
Okay, cool.
though. We were talking about the Echo Slam at some
Oh, you're
point.
talking about their the start.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Are they more far behind than you were thinking?
At this current rate, Navi will.
Top lane, by the way. Oh,
He's fine.
barely. Good lord. Maledic is doing so much work. Oh, less than 100 HP there for a second.
Middle tower has
But
fallen.
tier 2 tower taken out with ease. I mean, the real question is, are they too far behind to come back? And I think the answer to that is no. Just because they have a sniper.
Yeah, I feel like you
Gyrocopter, though,
can't
is
count.
super far behind.
Is under
Yeah, it's true. Gyro is definitely going to suffer in this kind of game, but I feel like you can't count Fnatic out yet. They've got Shaker, Wyvern, Sniper, excellent high ground defense. All it takes is one team fight.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Yeah, that one juicy Echo Slam.
Yeah, one team fight, and then maybe another,
Is under attack.
and another on top of that.
I wouldn't go that far. I think if they were to get 2 team wipes right now, they'd be in the lead.
Yep, true. But Navi's going to take Roshan and make it even harder.
Yep, Tombstone placed just in case. As I believe Crystallize will be taking this for himself. Although Dendi might be posturing for it as well. Not sure if there's really a preference. I was going to say General is probably the best hero for it, but I didn't think he was going to go for it, but it looks like they'll give it to him.
Have a little faith in yourself. You could have called it.
I know. This is actually one of my biggest pet peeves, and we've talked about this many a time, where teams end up giving the Aegis to like a transformation here like Sven. It just disgusts me, you know, especially when there's a Pugna on your team. But not going to be seeing that today. I wouldn't say Void is exactly a transformation here, but when he uses his ult, a lot of his power is going to be lost. It looks
Yeah,
like
true.
they're going to be applying some pressure to this tier 3 mid. In the meantime, the tier 2 taking some damage from Envy and company. See how long they stay
This
there.
isn't very good for Navi. Sure, they're casually blasting the tower, but
Is under attack.
actually I like. They've got a lot of sustain. The Witch Doctor heal, Earn, Undying as well. Not too bad.
Will we be seeing a Meteor Hammer this game? Will
I
General pick
certainly
one up?
hope not.
Dire's top tower.
Do you think it's the worst item in the game?
I don't know about that, but it doesn't seem particularly useful. It just takes so long to get off.
Radiant's bottom
Yeah.
tower is under
I would
attack.
agree. It does make sense on certain heroes like Pugna's Envy. Looks like 2 TPs coming out. Crystallize. Oh! Very close to using that Chronosphere. In fact, could still potentially do it, but no. I don't believe they have a scan available right now, so the tower will go down without a deny, actually, so Envy gets what he came for.
Yeah, nice play by Envy. That's exactly what they need.
Oh,
Dendi.
mid
Oh,
lane.
boy.
Viper Strike
Might be able to
applied to
juke himself.
Abed. Yeah, potentially. There's no help here for Dendi, so Hurricane Pike on cooldown for 7 seconds as well. Roger finally comes into play, but there's a call down into the fissure coming through. And that is going to be a dead Dendi. The Fnatic getting a couple good trades right now. And this we'll call in a mini engagement. Pylite Die taking a lot of damage though. Soul Rip keeping the Tombstone alive. Seneca with the cask. Not going to bounce to his liking. Will actually get cursed up. He's going to be bashed down by the Void. It looks like it's going to be pretty close. Assassinate comes out, but it's DJ that ends up getting it with the Splinter's Blast. So Navi making some costly mistakes here. Got to be careful.
Yep, they're just buying time, trying to scale into the game. It's still only a 6k gold lead for Navi, and we were talking about that like, what, 4 minutes ago?
Yeah. And look at the tower advantage. I mean, they have 2 towers for Fnatic right now, but only 1 tier 2 remaining on the way of Fnatic. So you have to expect that there's going to be a net worth lead for Navi, but
Of course. You'd
Not
expect
too
it to be
gigantic.
higher, though, at this point.
yeah.
Like,
would
not
agree.
only is it tower gold, it's also complete map control. But Fnatic, they're starting to get some of that back. Shaker, when he's off the map, is very hard to deal with. I don't feel like Fnatic are in that bad of a spot. Like, sure, Navi have Aegis, but it's not easy for them to hit the tower mid lane. It takes a long time.
Yeah, the problem is, though, if Fnatic, they just have to keep playing kind of, it feels like picture perfect in some regard.
Yeah, it's true.
You can't be wasting skills. You can't be getting picked off, because if you do, Navi can take full advantage of the push.
They have
but
no
I-
room for error at all.
Exactly. I mean, Ohio, I love his build, though. Going for, I mean, not that this is unusual at all, but Blink into Shadow Blade, be able to get off those big Echo Slams, as this tier 3 tower looks to be coming down here pretty shortly. No fortify for Fnatic, and Netherblast will take him out.
Has fallen.
In general, looking for more. Netherblast on the racks now. So this is when Fnatic really needs to get off some good spells. Shadow Blade is available now for Ohio, and it's going to be a surprise factor potentially. Tombstone's placed. Ohio.
He's looking for the jump, but it's just General with an Aegis.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's gonna be
General
pretty-
without
They're going to get
Aegis.
the Aegis, though. Assassinate coming through as well. So that's something. Oh, here comes the Chronosphere onto 2. Includes Gyrocopter and Sniper. That's pretty big, but where's the follow-up? The Bash is coming through onto Abed. Gets the Hurricane Pike off for now. Call down. Used very defensively. They'll take out that Tombstone finally, along with the Nether Ward. And, well, technically speaking, Fnatic hold, and they don't really use that much. Earthshaker still with the Echo. We've seen, I believe, 1 Echo Slam this game, if I'm not mistaken. He's really holding on to that.
Yep, it was just for the solo kill on the Pug in the top, but we'll probably see more now. Honestly, that was it was a very good defense from Fnatic. Like Earthshaker, instead of going for a big blink echo, he fissured off the back line, and then also Winter's cursed, so people couldn't follow up on the Chronosphere. And that's just what they need. If they can reset off the Chronosphere, so NaVi don't have any damage in the Chronosphere, then everything's fine. But again, it is that that picture-perfect gameplay, right? They cannot mess up, or NaVi can easily break open the game. Pugna destroys buildings.
Now, if this were to go kind of later game, let's say 45 minutes and beyond, obviously Fnatic have a technically better lineup as far as carries are concerned. How far can Void take you in a game like this?
Well, Void can take you as far as you need in this game. He can definitely solo carry this game in the ultra late game, just because there's no real, like, there aren't that many tools to mess with them, right? Like, he has BKB, Shadow Blade, Battle Fury at this point. You can find the engagements really easily, and it's one of these heroes that you can't farm alone on the map against, right?
Top tower is under attack.
He's always very dangerous off map, so I think Void is totally fine. It's just the, I don't know. The game is weird because I don't know how well Gyro's going to transition at
Yeah, he
this
seems to
stage
be
of
the big
game.
question mark this game, for sure.
Like, look at his gold. He's doing envy things. He's building up the interest in the bank. 4,700 gold. Maybe he'll pull out the Rapier. I've got no idea. This guy's a madman.
Rapier, huh? Yeah, that sounds envy-like for sure. General, Nether blasting this tier 2 bot. But yeah, it just feels like, I don't know, Gyro's a weird hero. I'm kind of a fan, like, in a pub perspective, but from competitive, it just doesn't feel like it's that impactful in games like this.
He
And
always
I don't even know
feels,
what items can change that, honestly.
He just always feels underwhelming. Like, sure, he's got a bunch of AoE damage. When you look at the numbers on Call Down, level 1, it does 200 damage on the first drop. Like,
Yeah.
back in the day when, you know, Alliance TI3 era, this was the hero. Almost every game. And it felt like when this hero came into team fights, everyone died. Nowadays, it kind of feels like, oh, there's the flag cannon, oh, there's the Call Down, and then he has to hit you, like, for 10 seconds with the Rocket Barrage or something ridiculous.
But would you also say that early game was perhaps more important back then as well? Being able to snowball
I
with
think
a
currently the early
ridiculously...
game is the most important thing it's ever been.
Really?
Yeah, when you look at the changes to the game, all the changes over the last couple of patches have been about ending the game. Roshan, second cheese, refresher shard on the third kill, and then now you have the removal of base shrines, so you can once again end the game pretty easily.
I guess that's true. Yeah, that's
think,
an interesting way to think about the game, for sure.
Yeah,
I think
and
the
then,
one thing I would say is that there's more comeback mechanics in the game now than there used to be as well, though.
that is true. But I always feel like the early shrines, like 5 minutes and onwards or whatever, like in the lane phase. Oh boy.
Crystallize, he
the-
wants this so bad. Oh, he wants it so
Just
bad.
gotta make sure there's no wyvern around.
Yeah, well, he forces out a drum at the very least, and only one charge remaining.
Dire's middle barracks are under
Is Roderick being spotted out for now? The dust is there. He actually puts down the tombstone. I think with that, Fnatic will just run away, but looks like Pilot Eye might be stuck between Roger and Crystallize. I hear a curse go off. Looks like it's on Dendy for now, as Crystallize comes in to try to finish off Pilot Eye, attempting to create as much space as possible for his team. And they're going to lose the Wyvern as well. So 2 dead for Fnatic. They do have buyback on Wyvern, but no curse, which is a huge deal for this base defense.
No curse and also no creep wave. And you cut the mid wave,
yeah.
and the backdoor protection's gonna kick in soon. Yep, there it
Backdoor
is.
protections there. They might be able to get the range if they really tried, but not sure if they want to commit. As they will back. And actually, yeah, I forgot they could even go for shrines. They've had that tier 3 for a while now. Just haven't found the opportunity to take these bad boys out.
Yep, and with no shrines, Roshan control becomes even easier for NaVi. I don't know. Game is hard, right? Like when Navi do push and it's organized and it's just, you know, we're gonna blast the racks and get back or whatever. It's like Viper on one side, Pugna on the other. It's so you can't really go on this Viper in the beginning, but at the same time, you can't also just use all your spells on this Pugna without anyone next to him, or else you're just gonna lose the fight when Void comes in and Chronosphere. So they're in an awkward spot where they have all the tools to fight, right? They've got the big AoE combos and everything, but Navi need to kind of mess up their positioning and group up, which is not easy for them to do. Or sorry, it's not hard for them to position properly when they're just hitting the base, but when team fights are chaotic, like around the Roche pit, for example, or in these narrow choke points, it's a bit better.
Oh, Chronosphere onto DJ, who's in a lot of trouble, will fall, but Chronosphere's down. Looks like that's enough for Fnatic to back off, though. DD on Envy, so they were really looking for a fight there. NaVi now. They might be going for this bad boy. Spirit Vessel online, by the way, for Roger. Prevent a lot of that heal from Cold Embrace, potentially. Ohio. I feel like so much pressure is on Ohio this game. It's actually crazy.
Definitely.
One ultimate this game still. And that's
Feels
so
like...
scary as an Ursha. You miss one ult, or it's not to the full effect, you literally lose a Rax, if not more.
Yeah, it feels like there's way too much weight on his shoulders this game. You know, Wyvern's up in 5 seconds, but I don't think they can test this Roche. Tombstone's on the high ground.
Roger pops his ult. My god, Pylite Die just drops immediately. That felt like an insta-gib, if nothing else. Shrapnel comes out, but General able to take the Aegis for himself. Curses there. He's going to beat the crap out of Pugna. And it looks like that will be the Aegis. Downzo, but DJ on the run. Crystallize bashing him up. Still has the cheese to work with from that new Roche. He's going to attempt to keep chasing. DJ blinks away to safety for now, but Dendi and company, you have to think eventually they'll find him. Might take a while, though. Okay, he actually jukes. Using nighttime to his advantage. Blink Dagger available as well. Does not have a TP, but could easily buy one real quickly here.
All right, that was very nice. It's the curse off. General loses Aegis.
Yeah, it looks like cheese has been passed from Crystallize, so they really want General healthy and ready to go. He's going Dagon, by the way. Has Dagon 1 right now. You think that's the right choice this game?
I think it's fine. You just need to help kill people in Chronosphere because they're going to get cold embraced, so doesn't matter too much.
Force staff now online for Envy. It just feels like he does no damage this game. He does absolutely nothing.
But what can he even buy? There's no like single item that's going to give him that damage unless he wants to.
Yeah.
Bust out the rapier.
We kind of talked about this early game, or before the game. Gyre just felt weird. It's just a weird pick with a sniper in this particular game.
They're cousins. They
Other
have
than the
unique
lore.
synergy.
Other than the lore,
Oh,
it's
alright.
kind of weird. Definitely a bit weird.
I didn't understand what you meant by weird.
Yes, that's true. I should definitely watch my words, be more specific. That's the one thing that they have is sniper. Of course, we talked about this high ground defense, very, very difficult.
He's actually really farmed too.
Yeah, Mjolnir right now with the Hurricane Pike and going for an MKB. Of course, that's the combat. I believe the butterfly that is not quite built on Crystallize yet.
Yep, but it's coming.
Couple hundred gold there. Oh, Dendy's going to find Envy. There's a Hurricane Pike used by each respective player. General pops in, but BKB is forced. And NaVi will be okay with that trade. In fact, that might be enough for them to try to go high ground, potentially.
I don't know. They're really struggling to go mid, especially. Like, they've taken the tier 3 and the range racks, but whenever they try to hit the melee, it's just way too difficult. Sniper is starting to scale and come online.
Ohio, bottom lane, pushing out to a high degree. Again, has yet to use his ultimate more than once this game.
Hasn't needed it.
Sure.
That's right.
Yeah, it's definitely not criticizing because like we said, it's pretty much all on his shoulders right now. Very tough position to be put in.
It's like the pace of the game, dude. Right? NaVi, you're just sitting there, pushing safely with Pugna on the front and everyone else waiting to counter engage if he blink echoes. he can't. It has to be like the best Blink Echo of his life. If it's average, you know, 2 or
Of
3
his
heroes
life. That's
of his life. That's how
quite
hard this is.
oof.
Dire's top shrine.
Well, Ohio
has
scouting
fallen.
things out. Crystallize pops his own Shadow Blade in turn. Still has the Chronosphere. Went for the 500 Time Walk cast range talent for Void. Not too big of a surprise. You know, something I was a little bit surprised by in general, though, and I think Trent and I have talked about this a lot. The level 15 talent for Void, 300 health over 100 Time Lock damage. That was one I was a little bit surprised with, that pros are consistently
Radiant are
going
scanning.
for the HP. Maybe the Time Lock thing is not as good as I originally thought.
And it is very good. It gives you a ton of damage and everything, but surviving is greater than everything, especially on a hero like Void where you can get the time walk off to heal. So.
Yeah. Wouldn't you say, I mean, technically, it's almost like it gives you 25 damage. So if you look at it like that, it doesn't sound that great, right?
Well, there's also the, it doubles in Chronosphere, right?
Oh, yeah, that's true. That
pretty
is
good.
true. So it gives you 50 damage in Chronosphere. Not too bad.
Right. I mean, that's what it's gives a plus 100 damage, so then your bash becomes 450 damage in Chronosphere. That's insane, actually.
450 damage. Oh, Crystallized jumps in with the Chronosphere. He's going to find Abed for now. The Cold Embrace is there. He's doing absolutely nothing. The BKB's already popped for him as well. Hurricane Pike, not sure if that's available. It's going to be popped finally. BKB popped by Envy in turn. NaVi. They expend a decent amount. Still Earthshaker has Echo Slam ready to go. But no creeps to work with as this barracks is getting quite low. Dendy with the poison attack affects buildings. They need it. And this melee Rax will survive. So again, Fnatic hold. And all they use is Curse.
All right.
At what point does this become very scary for NaVi?
So it's really scary when they lose that team fight, when they overcommit for the racks and then sniper happens to clean up. So far, they have gotten a lot of building damage, but they're not throwing their lives away. Right? That's the big thing.
Mm-hmm.
If they ever happen to fail and give sniper a bunch of kills, then I think that's when it gets really difficult. Like at this stage of the game, yes, it looks like they've kind of hit a wall where they can't take any more buildings, but at least they're not throwing their lives away. That's when you have to worry.
Ohio scouting things out. They're smoked right now. Dendy is going to show. DJ, no curse for 10 seconds, but he'll throw out a Splinter's Blast and be on his way. This tier 1 tower is still alive in the mid lane, by the way. 6 HP. Pylite Die, will you go for it? He's going for it. Oh, he got it! Roger, get wrecked, says Pylite Die. He's going to take an Ignite and a Splinter's Blast, but the Glimmer will keep him quite healthy. And Fnatic, that's kind of a hit and run. They're happy with getting something, aside from just being resigned to their high ground for now. By the way, Crystallize going for a Scotty. What do you think about that?
I'm trying to think of what else he would buy instead of the Scotty.
Dire are scanning.
I mean, honestly, it's probably fine. Just to make some tanky stuff. The stats
it's
on it are nice.
Definitely a good item in general, but you don't really see it that often on a Void, I would say.
No, definitely not. Not the most common item. I don't know. I don't see what else he would buy, honestly, because no matter what he gets, he's going to have to deal with that, you know, the Cold Embrace and the Chronosphere.
Double Dagon 5. Pugna's at level 3 right now, buddy.
Yeah, sure. Can't wait to see that.
I mean, Void takes great advantage of magic damage. What if it doubled in Chrono for him? Would you see different builds?
You just see more Maelstroms, right?
Radiant's
That'd be the big
Yeah.
one.
is under attack.
Yeah, for sure. Poison attack affects buildings. Used to be a meme. Now is it's pretty strong. So I don't remember if I asked you this, but the Nether Toxin that used to be, that is now combined with poison attack, does not affect buildings, I'm pretty sure, unless you have this talent. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
The Nether
So
Toxin
even-
from before is all on the poison attack now.
Right. Ohio getting slowed. Blink daggers perpetually canceled here as this tower looks to be falling pretty shortly. Another Nether Blast will ensure that.
The towers die so fast when they start to get low and the poison attack starts to get real strong.
between the Soul Rip and Decrepify. Oh, a Chronosphere onto 2 Crystallite will commit with the BKB, and he got DJ. That is a big, big deal. The Void, okay, the Curse comes out. Gonna keep him alive for now, but Crystallize, time walks out, and that's a couple buybacks forced by NaVi, and I think they're gonna be happy with this. Is Envy potentially looking for a chase, but see if they can find anybody. Homing Missile will connect onto Crystallize. DJ with the Splinter's Blast. Glimmer's keeping alive, but there's the Dust. Pilot Eye with the Fire Blast. Ohio. He used his Echo Slam, by the way. I must have missed it, unfortunately. So the watch is now, or the count is now 2 for the game. But that was a big fight for NaVi.
Yep, very nice. They managed to catch on both heroes thanks to the nice Observer Ward on the high ground. They found the Undying, or sorry, the Winter Wyvern and Gyro or Sniper right next to each other. Do we have any other siblings in Dota?
Anti-Mage Terrorblade used to be, but I don't think they are in Dota 2. What do you mean any other? You're considering Sniper and Gyro brothers?
They are, or cousins. They're definitely related. Look at them.
You're just basing this off of looks, or you actually know the lore?
I actually know the lore.
Oh, okay. I don't believe you.
Clockwork and Tinker, father son.
Okay, so does that mean Dragon Knight is a long-lost cousin of like Jakiro or something?
Nope, not related at all.
Is that how it works?
Nice try.
I gave it an effort.
Clearly
I gave
not
it an
a lore
effort.
master.
All right, well, Roshan looks to be a freebie for NaVi as they have a 15k lead. But Echo Slam is available in 5 seconds, my friends.
Oh,
they're going to
God.
smoke a little bit too late, but they could still look for a fight.
It's
This is the Refresher Shard time.
Shard. Yep, on Faceless Void. So he's got BKB. I don't know. This they've got to kill him instantly. He doesn't have a Aegis at least, so there's that. They see him.
He's going to go for the creeps. There's the Echo Slam into the fissure, into the death. 100 seconds on the deck. Dandy forced to use his BKB on the run for now. Looks like he's going to pop the cheese. In the meantime, Ohio takes out Witch Doctor. So it's a 2-for-0 as Dandy will be the 3rd sacrifice for NaVi. A very nice fight for Fnatic. They did force a little bit out, but the problem is you still have Refresher Shard to worry about, and you still have Aegis on Pugna.
But I feel like the Aegis on Pug doesn't actually do anything anymore.
Really? I think it's
Yeah.
great.
I feel like he dies so fast that he can't hit the tower anyways.
Well, he has a Dagon now, buddy. You can use
yeah.
this twice in a fight.
Sure. That is very true. I don't know. I just feel like
Who would
they
it be
don't really
better
have
on?
anyone.
Viper or Void?
I think Viper, but even Viper wouldn't utilize. He would have just wasted it there anyway, so I guess it doesn't actually matter. But oh, game's in such a weird state. I mean, Fnatic, they found the jump.
They sure did, and they're taking full advantage of this. They're going to try to force some buybacks. 3 are available for NaVi. Will they just give up a Rax, though? Fortification is available. And they're not going to use it. They're just going to give up top lane completely. And Fnatic, some way, somehow, are trying to get back in this game.
They're not trying. They're back.
They back. As this Shrine looks to be dead next. And this is the point. Envy has 6,000 gold.
Yep, Sniper's also got 4,000.
Dandy and company TPing into the Shrine. Pilot Die is literally sacrificing his life. He literally didn't even try to run away there.
He understands his role.
Yes, he does. There's no other player in Dota that I think understands the role better than Pilot Die.
It looks hilarious, but it's a good play.
All right, so this is where things get interesting, Brax. We have Envy with a Butterfly and buyback.
Yeah.
Looks like he's going towards Scotty next, but going to be far away from that. General level 20. Still has the Aegis to work with, and I think this is NaVi's kind of... It almost feels like... I don't want to say last-ditch effort because it could still go either way, but
no, I know
they
what
get
you're
weaker
saying,
with
though.
time.
They do. All right, there's also a Solar Crest picked up on the Earthshaker now. It's like, whoever they don't kill, or if they can't kill heroes in Chronosphere on the side of NaVi, they have nothing. There's no stuns, right? They've got the Coconut from Witch Doctor, and then Fnatic's carriers are going to pop their BKBs and just attack people. But we also have to remember there is a refresher shard on Faceless
Oh,
Void.
the Chronosphere onto one hero. Ohio blinks out to safety. Beautifully done. Refresher shard is used. Now the Chronosphere onto two. That is a huge-ass bubble, my friends. Gyrocopter dies, and he's going to be forced to buy back the curse onto Crystallize for now. Remember, he doesn't have the Aegis or anything to work with. Time walks away. Looks like he might drop the BKB pop. Not going to be enough to save his life. And all they get is a range Rax. A 2-for-1 with the buyback from Envy. Dendy being spotted out. Homing missiles on his way. He has absolutely no mana to work with in general. Still with the Aegis. I think you're right, buddy. Aegis did literally nothing for NaVi this time around.
Well, at least, you know, it wasn't that bad. Right, that was the refresher shard usage, but it was also Abed's buyback too, so. 2 buybacks in that push. They got the range racks, tier 3. Not the worst thing in the world.
Oh my
Jesus,
god.
General.
Envy, if you die here, that is a huge deal. But unfortunately for General, not able to find another blast, and he's going to die once, probably twice. Envy, I swear to God, if you die here, I will raffle. I will literally raffle right now. Okay, he's fine. Basically, one decrepified dag, and he's... I mean, we've seen this so many times, you almost come to expect it. But Fnatic coming back with an absolute vengeance, and they're going to get a lot out of this. They're going to force buybacks at the very least. There's the Pugna.
So, Faceless Void's Chronosphere is up at the same time he respawns, so he probably won't end up buying back. Or if he does, they'll know it's not up yet. Yeah, Viper buys back instead.
Yeah, Void up in 20 seconds. Abed, he has vision for this for now.
Yeah,
Double
there's no,
siege, actually.
Yeah,
They're getting this
double
tower.
siege. They got Bloodlusted as well.
Radiant's middle tower.
Quite the good late game team for sure. Ohio with Echo Slam available. Envy still working towards a Scotty. Might just sell the drums and get some stats out of this, potentially.
Radiant's top shrine has fallen.
Maybe not. When's the last... Have you ever seen the upgrade of... or the refresh of drums in a competitive game? Ever?
Like once.
Once? Literally once?
Yeah,
In your
didn't-
10
yep.
years of playing?
Mhm.
Jesus. It feels like it... I know nobody does it. It doesn't... I feel like it's not that bad. Like, to happen once ever, it doesn't feel that bad, you know?
Well, when you look at the numbers, you think, that's a pretty value buy. It looks good. Doesn't seem that bad. And then, I don't know, it just feels like it's unnatural to go back and buy yourself a drums
It's
recipe.
unnatural.
It just doesn't, like, I don't know. It's just so weird. It feels like it doesn't do enough.
I'm actually surprised it
does.
hasn't really been buffed that much. I mean, the recipe has been changed a bit to be cheaper over the years, but
Right, I
Ice
think
Truck
it's-
has never really made a push to make that a thing. I bet most people don't even know you can do that, you know?
I think it's actually good. Like, when you look at the numbers, the cost for it, it's a team item as well. It's good, but you're right, we just don't see it.
Are you surprised? Okay, I'm going to say this, and I already know the answer, but I want to hear you say it. So,
Okay.
this is the first time I've seen 175 Chronosphere AoE in a game for competitive. They always take backtrack, but I feel like this game, the Chrono is just so much more important than we usually see.
Yep, it's just all about catching both Wyvern and some other core in Chronosphere so we can kill somebody, right? Until he does that, there's nobody he can hit. And at least he has like all his heroes are range that want to get in there, right? So it's much easier for him to land the Chronosphere instead of Chrono teammates. Uh-oh.
Oh, they're going to jump right into Crystallize. Ohio's in a lot of trouble, though. That could be a costly mistake. The Chronosphere is going to hit one. It looks like DJ not able to get there in time to get the cold embrace off, but they'll force the buyback. See if they can turn this around or not. Envy uses the BKB. Suneko on the sidelines has the cask available. Will use it to slow down Ohio for now. Actually uses the Maledict and the Death Ward to prevent the blink. Nicely done from the silence, but it's going to cost them at the very least Undying. So 1-for-1 with the buyback from DJ. He actually went for it that time. Didn't pay off though.
Buyback used. So the Chronosphere AoE is so big that if you catch one hero on the corner and then Wyvern on the other side, he actually walks into it trying to cast Cold Embrace. But he has Blink Dagger to play around that, but it's still so sad how big it is. It looks
Yeah.
so weird.
You got to get Aether Lens now. You got to get that 50-minute Aether Lens to combat the Chronosphere AoE. I'm somewhat kidding, but I'm not really. I think it's good. Does he have a talent for? I don't think so. Yeah,
No,
no
I don't
talent
think so.
for cast range at all. Well, he does have a blink, like you said, but Force Staff in addition now. So Ultra Mobility for DJ, level 21 now on the Wyvern.
You know, some of these leaking talents seem insane, don't they? Winter Wyvern's 25 talent Splinter Blast stuns for 2 seconds. Doesn't that sound
one's
crazy?
insane. It is crazy. I mean, even the Winter's Curse 1.5 second duration is sounds pretty disgusting considering
Yeah.
how game breaking that skill is.
That's 2 more levels on Winter's Curse, basically.
Yeah. And if we look at Earthshakers, of course, we've seen the 400 fissure range come into play. The level 25 is interesting. -2 second on enchant totem, so turning it from 5 second to 3, or 50% magic resistance, which I assume he will take this game.
Yeah.
That is
Just,
insane.
It's all about staying alive on heroes like Earthshaker. So, what happens if Earthshaker Chronospheres like Winter Wyvern and has like the Eon Disc or whatever? Then he becomes immune for like 2 seconds, right?
Yes.
Is that enough,
Yeah,
though?
2 seconds in Chrono. I mean, you're talking about on DJ?
Yeah, because I'm trying to think of what else he would buy when he has this much gold. And I
Refresher.
think that Refresher could be okay, but all it takes is that one.
Okay.
What's the? You just need to land one, Cold Embrace or one Curse. What does the second one do?
It doubles it. That's what it does.
I'm
Correct.
aware of that, but one.
I don't
does the
think you
job.
are. Right. Well, speaking of doubling, we're gonna have the Aegis Cheese and Refresher Shard again coming the way of NaVi. See
Yep.
if they can make better use of it this time around. It almost feels like this is a last-ditch effort. If they lose this fight, I feel like Fnatic might be in the driver's seat.
Yeah, maybe. Gyro's starting to scale too. He's got almost 6 items at this point in the game.
But very important to keep note of, and this could be the game actually for NaVi in favor of them potentially. No buyback from Gyro or Sniper for 1 minute. If they can take advantage of this timing, which they should have a decent idea about. I mean, pro players keep track of this stuff, kind of.
Yeah. Sometimes they have rough estimates, and sometimes they have it down to the second, but I don't know. How do they push into the Sniper? He's got double damage up on the high ground. He's super farmed.
Yeah,
It's not
I didn't
easy.
see the DD. There's no way. So they'll have buyback pretty shortly. In your teams, do they keep track of timings, like specific timings like that?
For big things like buybacks, Glyph, and then if like a team fight revolves around like Ravage or Echo Slam, then yeah.
I found,
uh,
of course, you've had way more experience, but based on my experience as an owner back in the day, it's based on the player and not the team necessarily.
Yes. it is
DC
true.
was horrendous at keeping track of Roche times. Horrendous.
I don't understand that. There's a stupid chat wheel option. The other DC was awful as well too. Every game they'd be like, "When's Roshan up, guys?" And I'm just sitting there with my head buried in my hands.
Yeah, we had to have a coach do it temporarily until I forget who actually took over. I think Resolution ended up doing it in the end. But yeah, so I know. Like for Fnatic, I guarantee Envy is spamming every
yeah.
cooldown, right?
Of course, he's got it all on his copy paste.
Oh, Tombstone applied. Oh my god, that is a lot of damage with the Dag, and Pylai dies in a lot of trouble. Will drop to the decay from Roger. As NaVi looks like Crystallized pops the BKB. Gonna get homing missiled.
If nothing, he's zoning, and Pugno's burning down the tower.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, they're going to jump in. Looks like Roger's the item of choice. Crystalline uses a Chronosphere. It's going to be a double attempt here onto the Wyvern as well. The Cold Embrace keeping Sniper alive for now. He does have buyback pretty shortly. 120 seconds on the deck will be forced to buy back into the game. Looks like a lot of damage being applied from NaVi, though. 3 buybacks from Fnatic. Fortifications popped. Looks like they might get at least 1 Rax, if not more. Roger gets a big soul rip as Aegis is taken out by Ohio. Echo Slam is available, but no mana to use it. They're going to take out Pugna pretty easily on the sideline.
Are under attack.
And this mid-Rax, Dendy's like, please, God, just give me a Rax. And he's not going to find it. So Fnatic, they do have to buy back several heroes, but they do hold NaVi with a 21,000 net worth lead, which just seems ridiculous at this point.
Yep, it's
Dandy
getting
will
quite
be the
high.
second to die.
Did you see that, by the way? When Crystallize went for the Chronospheres, what's his name? DJ tried to cold embrace the sniper inside, and then General Force tapped him into the Chronosphere.
Hmm.
It's
That's
very
pretty
nice.
cool. Well, he did cold embrace though, right?
Oh, did he get it off? I don't think
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah, Void was hitting nothing for a while there on the cold
Oh, okay.
embrace.
Well, he still got
And-
Force staffed, and it was cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. I did not see that. Well, Fnatic, they want to try to force some more buybacks. Echo Slam, it's going to do literally nothing to Crystallize. And Ohio,
Oh,
that's
no.
a big ultimate down. We talked about this all game. Looks like Fnatic still want to force this, though.
Radiant structures
Silver Edge now online.
That could have been his
Void.
buyback if they got that kill.
Yeah, for sure. Ohio, he's seen here. Crystallize has Chronosphere in 5 seconds. He's going to jump in. BKB applied. Viper's going to buy back into the game. The curse is applied to Crystallize. Not a whole lot of damage done, though, as Dendi really wants to take use of this.
Oh my
A
God.
4-man Chronosphere. Can they do the damage, though? Good lord. Abed's at half HP, but the Satanic going to work. And Crystallize,
are under
Timok's at the safety, still has cheese available. Abed with the BKB. So despite the amazing Chronosphere, not able to find really anything. Pylai Die might be the only one to drop. 70 seconds on the deck, no buyback to speak of. And NaVi, they need to get more out of this.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
All right, 4 heroes were chronoed, but they got Ogre. That's
yeah, that
good.
was...
It looks so good, but then you
Radiant's
just can't
middle
kill the
tower
heroes in
is
it.
under attack.
This game, it's 18k net worth lead for NaVi, but feels like they're holding on just barely.
It feels like they can't do very much to Sniper at all. Like, every time they get the next Roshan and then they get the Refresher Shard, they win a team fight a little bit
Yeah.
and take some sort of buildings, but after that, like, nothing happens.
Oh my god, General. Holy Jesus, you just
Dude,
got
these
wrecked.
Siege Creeps are taking mid-racks.
Yeah, they
All
are.
right.
It's going to be close, and they'll find it. So, Siege Creeps MVP so far for NaVi, as Envy himself will pop the BKB, along with Dendi. And NaVi's base taking a lot of damage. Looks like the Siege Creeps from the top lane will take out the
Siege Creeps are
mid-range
destroying.
racks. You don't see that very often. But the chase is still on. Roger, level 24, stuck inside the tree line. Will find his way to the grave. That's 2 buybacks available for NaVi. The only one not able to do so is Roger. As we do see the 1.5 second Winter's Curse talent picked up. Could be pretty big. And DJ's been stuck on this amount of gold, it feels like, the whole game. He's going to find the gem.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, the whole game, I mean, like the last 15 minutes.
Well, it's basically the game.
Yeah.
All right, Siege Creeps are destroying this game.
Yeah, that's actually pretty funny. Siege Creeps getting 2 racks on opposite sides of the map. Don't see that very often. Crystallize has Chronosphere. Ohio looking for a big Echo Slam. They're going to find Crystallize for now. Homing missile into the fissure.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
That's going to mean he cannot initiate. Abed, he's going to get this melee racks very easily. So Fnatic,
Has fallen.
we're just down 22k, are now down 8k at 60 minutes essentially with a sniper. Jesus.
Yep, it's getting bad. It's getting real bad.
Oh, I didn't even realize, dude. Envy with a level 25 talent, 3 homing missile charges. It feels like I remember this was talent last time around as well that nobody ever got because the alternative was much better. But now it's a global call down as the alternative, which
So they,
a little meh.
they buffed the talent by making the other talent shit.
Yes, that's exactly what they did.
That's really sad.
I believe the last one was 3 homing missile charges or the extra flat cannon attacks, which might have been just
Way
plus
better.
4.
I think it was +6.
Was it plus 6? Okay.
Yeah, it was a lot of 25 before.
Pretty dirty. Must be pretty fun to watch. It's just
Right.
weird, like sitting like at this stage of the game, especially you're level 25 gyro. Are you really meant to cast 3 homing missiles right away or something like that?
Well, it's a link and seer breaker. When you're pushing
True.
high ground or they're pushing, then it's useful. But in fights, I can't imagine you would sit there and whip out the missile from
Are
your
you
back
sure you
pocket.
can't imagine Envy doing that, Brax? Come on now.
You're right. The man's unpredictable. He's insane. We have no idea what's going to happen, but we've got a real game now.
Oh, yeah. I think Fnatic's definitely in the driver's seat right now, unless they make a huge mistake. Roger, he's going to be found out. Fire Blast into the fissure. Homing missile on its way. DJ four-staffs in, looking for the Winter's Curse, but it's not going to be a great one.
They can
Undying,
chain stun him off
stuck
this.
in the wrong place at the wrong time. That's true. They can definitely do that, and they're doing it. Echo Slam comes out. It doesn't do that much damage. The Faceless Void in a lot of trouble. He's going to jump in with the Chronosphere onto 2 heroes, attempting to take out that pesky sniper. He'll do so. That's no buyback for Abed. DJ on the run for now. Will use the invisibility, but Pylite dies, going to die in the backside. So that's 2 dead for Fnatic versus 1 for NaVi. Great trade overall from NaVi. They can get mega creeps without the sniper to worry about.
Oh,
And
man.
this game just flip-flopped.
We were talking about how much pressure there is on Shaker to land all his abilities. That was such a shame.
Whose Force Staff was it? That was so clutch, keeping Crystallize alive.
I'm
That
not
was
sure
really
whose
sick.
it was, but it was very good.
Radiant's bottom tower
Oh,
is under
Envy's going all in, by the way. He's TPing the top lane, knowing
Ohio
that Sniper
TP's
is
in
not
too.
available. And they better be careful. General doing a lot of damage to Ohio. Nice dodge from this with the Blink Dagger. In the meantime, the other side of the base, Dendy going to work on the tier 3s. Remember, poison attack affects buildings, Brax. As a
That's
rocket
right.
barrage is
General's
destroying
dead.
General. He has buyback, though, 100 seconds. If doesn't want to do so.
That's not
Navi
even
on the other
close.
side doing a lot of damage to this Ancient. BKBs are popped by Dendy and company. Looks like Fnatic's push will end. And I believe Gyrocopter with no TP to speak of. So this game will go to Navi one way or the other. GG is a call. This is just game 1 of a best of 3. Envy caught without a TP, although he used it to get top one. He went all in. I think that was the right choice, but
I think
not
so
to
too.
be this time around.
Yep, at that point, you have to try for it. You're just going to lose when they walk up to your base anyways. You know, he's a man that never gives up. He always finds a way back into the game. But unfortunately, not this one. Maybe game 2.
So with that, are we going to a break? Mon, how does this work?
Yes.
Yes. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Game 2 on its way, so stay tuned.
The battle begins.
Rampage.
Dire victory.
With the Strafe Esports app, follow your favorite teams and players, and you'll never miss a match again. Strafe, everything esports. Download now on iOS and Android.
Ahoy, sailors, and welcome back. The NaVi Fnatic series